Okay, so I want to show you how it is to build a website in Wild Apricot, which for those of you that have used Wild Apricot's builder is just severely antiquated. It's about 10, 15 years behind. I can't even do a proper hero photo. I mean, you could make all of these adjustments with code, but or even in Canva, but it's not user friendly. It'll take a long time. And the whole point is Wild Apricot is about 15 years behind the rest of the world. Shadow elements, you have to do all that by code. Nothing matches up. The responsiveness is just kind of blah. I mean, it's again, like I said, you can do all of this with code, but it just takes a lot longer, and it's just it's not easy, right? So now I want to show you what this. So this is a website built in Wild Apricot. I'm not proud of it. It's the best I can do with the time that I have for this project, and without having to code anything. I mean, I did code a few things, but um, not very proud of it. It looks very dated, antiquated. Now I want to show you what I did in about 10 minutes on. Um, oops. Okay, now I want to show you what I did in about 10 minutes or less on Thrive, built on Go High Level. Um, Now, so this is the hero image. It spans 100% of the viewport, and it has a gradient. So functions as you would expect it to. It is responsive. Um, and again, I mean, I literally did this in about 10 minutes. Now, if you notice here, like I even have elements that can turn on and off based on if it's desktop or mobile. Um, and it's just so much easier to make. I have different elements that I can use, like the Google Review gadget. I have the Google Maps integration. I have a built-in FAQ, a dynamic FAQ section. And I also have global elements. So I'm going to show you exactly how easy this is to build out a website or a web page. So what I did in this, and again, I didn't spend a whole lot of time on this. This is really just for an example. Let me increase my screen size here. So I took my time on this a little bit, right? You want to take your time to build out an element that you're going to use over and over again. Save it, and it's going to be so much easier to reuse it with global elements. So all I would do once I'm done is this is the parent element. They call it a section. So I just have to hit save. And it is already saved, but just for the demo's sake, you can go to global sections and name it as the global header. And you can do the same thing with the footer. Just go to the parent element, and if I can figure that out, let me move myself. And yeah, so you just hit save. And again, it's already saved, so I'm not going to do it. It won't let me. But you hit save and you can reuse it again and again. One other thing I really like, and for those that are a little bit more advanced, I wouldn't even say advanced, but like intermediate website builders layers. So you have the website hierarchy here. You can rename the elements. And this is just so much easier to see like where your elements are placed within a parent element, child element, so on and so forth. You can also see what's available on desktop but not available on mobile, and vice versa. And you even have pop-ups that you can enable or disable here as well. So for those of you that are familiar with Webflow or Framer, you'll appreciate this layer section here. So now let me walk you through how easy it is to build a web page from scratch, knowing that you have a saved global section or element. So I want to create, and you kind of got a preview about it. You probably already got a preview. You got a preview in the last tab, but I want to create a scheduling page. So I'm going to create this from scratch, and I'm going to add a new page. We'll call it scheduling V2. So here it is. I'm going to create from blank. And here we go. We have a blank page. But remember, we created the header and footer. So all we need to go to is global sections, drag in the global header, drag in the global footer. And then in between, we can add a, let me see if I can do it here. We're going to add a, so you could do full width, but if you're doing like text or maybe you want something to be more center aligned, you can do something a little bit more narrow, something in the middle. Let's just say you didn't want your content to be all the way to the edge. This is a good way to do it. And I want to add a calendar. This is a scheduling page. I'm going to add a calendar. I only have one calendar for this example. And you build it out separately. So this is the practice calendar that I have created. Now the calendar is another whole video. You can create automations in the background. You can, create emails and so forth. But for this example, I'm just showing off how easy it is and how quick it is to recreate pages. And basically, it's so much more easy. It's a lot easier than doing it in Wild Apricot. So again, you would build out the calendar in a different part of the website builder. So let's just hit save. And so you have your SEO metadata here. You can type in your title, website title, and your description right there. And let's hit preview. And there you have it. That was so easy just to recreate. So if you're thinking about having to recreate your website in Thrive, just know that it's not that difficult. It's actually quite easy. And if you wanted somebody to do it for you, I can also do that. But I just wanted to show off how easy it is. Oh, one other thing I wanted to point out. We have Google Fonts. So Google Fonts are available in all components of Thrive. So the website builder and also the email builder. And coming soon, we also have the brand kit. So you'll be able to set your brand colors, also typography and logos, and you can you can create global elements such as buttons, so on and so forth. You can save those just as we did the global sections. And I can't wait for this is the animation. So that will be coming soon, very soon. As a matter of fact, I think in the next couple of weeks. So by the time this is out, by the time you're watching, it's probably already in effect. So super excited. Again, this is a click and drag a website editor, but it is so much more advanced than Wild Apricot. So if you have any questions, let me know. Happy to jump on a call with you to see what exactly your use case is, and we'll talk to you soon.